Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is Hood Action News. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. I hope you all have a good week this week. And yes, we're your hosts. I'm Gigi.
I'm Usagi.
And I'm A.
And tonight we're going to talk about a problem that's been happening in America for a couple of years now, and it seems like it's getting worse. Um, and this president of ours, well, he ain't my president particularly, but this man ain't he ain't about Jack right now. Ain't about Jack. Ain't did nothing. He's just sitting in his office going to sleep on us, and he's basically just ignoring the issues. So we've already talked about him on a couple of episodes earlier, but we gonna double back and come back because this is an issue that's going on in America, and I know a lot of y'all out there are concerned about what's going on, and it's sad. So basically, if y'all don't know, there was a school like in Tennessee. It was in Tennessee, right? In Tennessee, it was a Christian academy, and this girl walked in, and trigger warning: there was 3 teachers that were killed and 3 babies that were killed, 6 people in all. And here come Joe Biden with his usual speech, and it's just not him. It's a lot of other presidents, and I'm sick of hearing this mess. Our prayers are with you. We'll continue to pray. Pray this, pray that. It's always some praying. Now, I'm not against praying because let me tell you something. We all need some prayer, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's getting to the point where y'all are telling people to pray for these people, but it's not going to bring these babies back. Let's be honest, okay? And Biden is not doing anything. In fact, this matter should have been handled when the Sandy Hook situation happened, okay? Because Columbine was another story. That was wow. But Sandy Hook could have been prevented altogether. When that happened, all of this should have been shut down. All of it. But no. It hasn't. And it's continued getting worse. And Joe Biden has not done nothing about it. Now, can you explain what he was saying about Congress and stuff, and how he was just doing all this crying, which made no sense at all? No sense.
So basically, Joe Biden tried to make it seem like, but yes, he was saying that he's trying to get some laws passed, to get rid of, assault weapons to be able to be bought and things of that nature, trying to make restrictions to help these gun violence crimes. But he's saying that, that Congress is not allowing him to. And I feel like me personally, feel like he's making excuses. Because It seemed like he always got an excuse for everything, but when he was pretty much going crazy with the COVID situation, it's like you ran amok with that. It seemed like that was perfectly fine, but when it comes to these laws, all of a sudden, well, it's Congress. No, I feel like he's making excuses.
Are you a part of the the NRA, the National Rifle Association? Are you a part of that? Because these guys are really like, they get hard-ons for guns, basically. Are you a part of that? Because it seems like you don't want to do nothing at all. Like, I'm sick of seeing these babies getting killed, because of this stuff like this. This is sad. This is sad. And makes me want to just like homeschool my kids every day because of stuff like this. And it's scary. It's a very scary situation. These kids have to learn now these things during intruder alerts. They got to be quiet. They got to hide in the room and all this stuff. All this. Kids should not be afraid to go to school. They should be able to go to school in a safe environment every day instead of having to worry about things like this. And instead, this man is sitting up here. He ain't doing nothing. He's not doing anything. What was the point of everybody coming to vote for you and you not doing nothing for the situation? Doesn't make any sense. And I'm tired of it. These poor babies. These poor babies. Man. They're just kids. He talking about
these children, their childhood's just been taken away from them. Their innocence been taken away from them. Like, a child shouldn't have to worry about, if I go to school today, will I not come back? And it's just terrible. And the thing is, yes, schools are the highest places that these are happening, but now they're even going to random places just shooting it up. Grocery stores, restaurants, like any place that they can go to, clubs, like, and it's terrible. It's like you don't even know what you're going to deal with as soon as you step foot out of your house.
Right. That situation not too long ago about that grocery store, that was awful. That man, and he was racist. He drove all the way out there just to kill, just because. And then they wanted to paint him in the spotlight as this troubled human being, and he did this, and he was stop. Okay, domestic terrorism exists. I don't want to hear it. Okay, and then they wanted to paint this person like, oh, she was transgender and they had a long life, and they had not a long life. They had a rough childhood. I'm like, okay, they're trans. What they got to do with it? This monster came in and killed kids. Stop making excuses.
And then they were trying to pull the mental illness card once again.
Right. Like, stop being albiest, bruh.
Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. What they did was wrong, and it was even mental illness. That person actually called their friend before they did it and told them that what they was going to do beforehand. So I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? I want to know, like, just the fact that the way she was able, I looked at the video, I'm like, oh my God, the way she was easily able to even get into the school was crazy. Like, she walked right in.
And that's crazy. There's no type of security or anything.
Right.
Like, now they're going to have to beef up securities in schools. They're going to have to start. It's going to get a point. And I hate this is going to happen. It's going to get a point. And I know some schools do it. It's going to get to a point where they're going to start putting metal detectors in these schools.
I feel it.
And when
they used to do that. Like, after Columbine, some schools did have that.
And they're gonna bring it right back too. And they do, my son he goes to middle school, and they do bag checks all the time. And somebody recently got suspended because they really thought it was okay to bring a switchblade to school.
Oh, bro. This is sad.
Messy situation.
I remember in time in school that they made us wear clear backpacks so they could see everything in your bag.
Yep, they got to do it too. They have to wear clear book bags. We had to do the same thing too. After Columbine, everybody had to start wearing those clear book bags because of that. I remember that. It changed a lot back then. And then, since our high school had a similar name to Columbine, we always would get death threats and stuff at our school. And we would get intruder alerts. And that was a scary situation back then. It's scary now, man. It is scary now. Like this, I don't understand how people call this the land of opportunity when so much mess continuously keeps happening. It's not the land of opportunity. Y'all need to stop giving this country that name. It's really not. They take away more opportunities than given, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Congress, let's be real, Congress, these old white men, it's gonna take y'all, well, not all, y'all, but it's gonna take people to just vote these old white men out of office. This is the only way that anything in Congress is going to get done. It's the only way. Because y'all keep letting these white people in, like, these white people are in control of all this stuff. Old, decrepit white men.
I was gonna say that too, and I was just thinking about this too because we really gotta get these old sacrilegious conservative people out of office. We got to. We can't do this no more.
They've been in there since Washington. George Washington was in there. Some of them, I think they had. That's how old they are.
Oh goodness.
They probably in there. They got wigs and everything.
Not the same old wig George had.
Oh God, ew.
And George Washington was no good man neither.
He wasn't.
A lot of these presidents were trash, y'all. Horrible men.
Yeah, not even Abraham Lincoln, the one that Negroes like to push up all the time. Nope, not even Abraham.
That man was good. He was not no good.
Just because he wrote the signed the Emancipation Proclamation does not mean anything.
That was all about money. It wasn't about the freedom of Negroes.
And he didn't want to do it at one point.
Right.
That man did not want to do it, and then he got shot in the back of the head. I bet the last thing he thought before that bullet went through his head, like, damn, why did I free these niggas? Basically, let's be real.
Yeah, even though it was somebody white that killed them, but you.
Abe Lincoln was nah. And people want to praise him. Don't praise him. The person you should be praising is Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, those women. They are the ones that did the most for black people, you know what I'm saying? And helping our enslaved ancestors make it out. Wasn't no damn Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln didn't do shit but be ugly.
Oh, goodness.
Y'all know Abe Lincoln was ugly. Look at that man's face.
He did have a long face.
All he did was just sit there with his long ass top hat and his godforsaken beard.
That man was ugly. Y'all know Abraham Lincoln was ugly. I bet he even knew he was ugly. He admitted he was ugly. That man,
admitting is the first step.
He was honest.
Honest, ugly Abe. I'm sick of that stuff. That was like we had to learn about him in high school on Honest Abe. Man, whatever, man. He's the president. Ain't nothing honest about him. Trash. But you know what I'm saying? Like y'all, what is it? They don't want to put critical race theory in school anymore.
Yeah, they trying to take all that away.
Yeah.
Because they don't want people to know what really happened. We know.
Yeah.
We know. No one's not going to forget that. You can't take that away ever. Like, stop trying to hide it. It's your ancestors did bad things, and here we are. Florida is hell bent on this. Like, no, it never existed at all. It never.
And now the NAACP is telling people don't even come to Florida, so they can try to have people close their wallets because Florida, they make a lot of money off of tourism and all that type of stuff.
Because this DeSantis dude is just, I don't even know about this. This guy is on another level of bigotry. And then they're trying to bring back Jim Crow.
I think they already did in Mississippi, didn't they?
Yep. And I'm not surprised. That's Mississippi. That's Mississippi. There always some bullshit going on in Mississippi. Not surprised they would do that. Mississippi is one place I would never go. It's on the Bible Belt. We went out there one day to see my husband's sister out there, and let me tell y'all something. That place, Mississippi, is on the Bible Belt. The Bible Belt. If you've been through the Bible Belt, let me tell you how it works. Okay, ain't nothing out there but a bunch of crosses. Because everybody is so religious, is crosses in everybody's front yard, backyard, everywhere. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Big crosses, little crosses, crosses on mailboxes. There's crosses on the side of the road. It is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So I'm not surprised. I'm not. I don't want to go back out there ever. That place is scary, and it's like a whole cult out there.
Man.
So if you want to go on vacation, don't go out there to Mississippi. Don't go out yonder out there. That's one place not to go in the South. Ever.
I bet they got Christian flags all over the place.
Well, it's not flags. It's mainly just it's just like crosses, crucifixes everywhere.
Ew.
They still got cotton fields out there.
Oh, not cotton field.
That's enough for me.
I looked at them cotton fields, and my hands started hurting looking at that cotton out there. I said, "Oh no." I was like, "That's okay. I know what y'all do. I know what y'all do out here for fun." Well, Joe Biden is not a really good president. He hasn't been since he was voted in office. It's y'all have got to start doing better out there in the world. Like, the small town elections are the most important ones because they indeed, in fact, affect the big elections that happen in the White House. Please remember that small elections are very important. Do your research on the mayor of your town, the city, all those things. Little stuff. City councilmen, those people. Y'all have got to do go and look at information about them because they are actually tied into the big government. Please look into that stuff. Know who you're voting around to your small office in those campaigns. You know what I'm saying? Aldermans, all those people. City council, look into that stuff. It's very important because, like I said again, I keep repeating it, they affect the big ones in office too. And we need to do better about voting and things of that nature. Did y'all know a long time ago that Black people used to vote Republican? Because guess what? Abe Lincoln was a Republican. So that was one of the reasons why a lot of our ancestors out here voting Republican. It's a lot of crazy stuff that we know about this, and then we want to move to Democratic. Democratic and Republican are not. It's not always the best bet and the best choice into voting. Y'all, please understand that they're not the best. Y'all look into independent parties, man. Independent parties are really good. They got good values. They got a lot of good plans. Elizabeth Warren, I really wanted her to win, but she's a woman and nobody didn't want her to vote for her. She had a lot of good plans. Andrew Yang, he was another one. He was the president. Everybody's get $1,000 a month just to help, with all types of stuff, especially in this economy. But he's Asian. That wasn't going to happen. Y'all already know it has to be. They have to be. If it ain't white, it ain't right type situation, which is fucked up.
Obama barely got in there. He biracial.
Boy, they treated that man so bad. That man hair turned white while he was in office. Ooh, Jesus. Poor Obama. I didn't think his man was gonna make it. He made it out though. He made it out. I bet, and since he been out, I know Biden been wanting him to come up there and help him. He was like, I'm done with that. That's your turn.
You wanted this.
You get do it yourself. Shoot. I don't understand, Joe Biden. You was a good vice president.
You were decent.
Right.
Unless you had all food.
Right. He was a good vice president. I don't know what happened. It was the bike, wasn't it? It was the bike fall.
Must be.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at that bike. Yes, I should have.
He lived. He alright.
He was so happy, y'all. He was so happy. He had his foot on the brake, and then he fell. They were like, the president fell. Jill, while you up here kissing everybody else in the White House, you should have been there helping your husband. Jill,
right?
Jill, why did you let your husband bring home classified documents to your house? Jill,
and put in his garage.
Jill, you supposed to be a teacher, Jill. What y'all think about Trump going to jail?
I think
it was lovely.
Yeah, I think it was an amazing experience for him. I think.
Yeah, like I said before we got on here, if he does get out, he just gonna come back looking like Gucci Mane.
Do y'all think he gonna live that long to be in jail?
Well, he does got a lot of followers. Maybe he gonna make a cult up in jail. Who knows?
They might send him to Rikers. If he in Rikers, I don't know. That might be a wrap for him. Cause they put him in jail for some other charges too. Cause like the Stormy Daniels thing, okay, I don't know if they have enough evidence about that. If y'all don't know who Stormy Daniels is, she's a sex worker, okay? So basically they've been going at it for a while, him and her. So basically she said that he tried to bribe her to do some stuff and she got receipts and everything. So that's like an ongoing thing. But man, there's so much stuff this man has done. I'm just like, y'all should have charged him for the insurrection incident, but that, we probably ain't gonna never hear about that no more. Because that whole thing was a hot mess. This man really had them white people climbing up a wall.
They did something. They didn't do nothing.
They all went to jail. Yeah, you gonna go to jail for Donald Trump. You gonna go to jail for him. Then people lost their jobs. They probably had good jobs. They all lost their jobs. They somewhere probably on the road talking about donations. Look at y'all. Y'all look terrible now. How do y'all feel about that? Them white people look crazy. That was crazy. I remember the day it happened. We turned the TV on. I laughed so bad. I was like, they about to lose their job. These people was really out here. They was out here climbing the wall, man. That one black man that was working there, he's a hero, though. He's like, oh, man, I hate this job. That poor black man. I felt so bad for him. He had to deal with that. That was a lot. Look at that. He had to deal with all them crazy white people. Then the dude that had on that little, that thing on top of his head with his face painted?
Yeah.
He wasn't, now he in jail, feeling stupid. was it really worth it going to jail for this man? And then the man act like the ones that went in there, he act like y'all didn't even exist. He was like, whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, and that's the one y'all went to jail for, and now he up in jail probably with y'all.
Right. How do y'all feel about that?
I feel no ways about it. I'm Omarion on that unbothered because y'all made that decision.
Yeah, I ain't have to listen to that man. No, y'all went. And where was Secret Service during this time?
That's what I want to know. Where was anybody? Because the White House was super empty when all that was happening. I find that, the Capitol, I find that very suspicious.
Very suspicious, because ain't Secret Service supposed to be there all the time? Ain't they supposed to have people on the grounds the whole time, just in case something happens they try to like bomb the place? They should have people. So I'm just like, well, dog, if this the case, do your people not even care for you to even be there at this time? Right.
I feel like it was a low-key setup.
Yeah. Cause ain't not nobody, no Secret Service was there, CIA, nobody was there. And then here it comes the next day, bam, the insurrection happened. Cause he did. Now this is when this nigga had a Twitter and he was just telling all his business. Then here we go. And then he low-key tried to start another insurrection a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, there you go again. There you go again, out here trying to start something. Again. Like, you just don't know when to stop, do you? And this is where the QAnon comes in. QAnon is a group of people who, how would I say this? QAnon is a group of people that basically has a weird belief system of different weird stuff. They're very weird and they just believe the dumbest things. Trump allegedly was a part of the QAnon. This is why when old girl and Twice wore that shirt, I was just like, baby girl, why do you have that shirt on? Do you not know who the QAnon people are and the things that they say and they believe in? Do you not know that this is a real, they are the ones that actually went to the Capitol? Those are the QAnon people. Those are them.
Oh my.
Like, Chaeyoung, were you there January 6th? Was that you on climbing on the wall too, sis?
No.
So that's why I was like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. You take that shirt off, sweetie.
It's the fact that she wore it multiple times. Like, nah.
And nobody said nothing.
And then she's the one that knows. She's the one that knows the most about like the Western culture. So I'm just like, girl, you ain't stupid. Who you fooling? That's why I don't feel bad for anybody that do stupid stuff like that, because you know better. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I'm just like, you knew better. So I don't feel sorry for you, not one bit. I don't have any sympathy for you, because I know they on tour right now. And well, yeah, when y'all meet up with somebody and they confront old girl about what happened and jump her, I ain't gonna say nothing, because I'm like, whatever. She's a dummy. This is what she chose to do, so it's whatever. Just stupid decisions, very stupid decisions, but it is what it is. And then you got Kamala. What did she do besides, flat iron her hair?
And laugh at everything.
That's all she do. Did she do anything? She flat irons her hair. She's married to a white woman. A white man, a white woman. Might as well. That's all she do. Is there anything else she do? Important?
No.
Nah.
She's been inviting people to the White House. That's it. That's all she has. Y'all know Kamala used to be a DA, right? That's one reason I did not want her to be a part of this whole thingy, because she would have tried to lock a whole bunch of black people up. And she's weird too, talking about, I used to smoke weed and I'm girl and listen to Tupac. What does listening to Tupac and smoking weed got to do anything? Girl, you don't sit down and shut up.
Oh my
She always trying to find another way to try and make herself look black than she actually is. You know, that time that she was walking around with hot sauce in her bag, like, girl, you an embarrassment.
Right.
She gets on my nerves. I'm just like, girl, stop. We know. We know. You ain't got to tell us, sis. Like, we know. Remember that time when Judge Joe Brown cussed her out?
Yep. Just ate her out completely.
Oh, wow.
He did. He did. He was roasting her. He was calling her all types of hoes and everything. I was like, God, dog. He was going in on her. I was like, damn, tell all her business. Please keep doing it. I want to know, what's the tea, Judge Joe Brown? What did she do to you? But yeah, man, she doesn't really do anything. I don't see any value of her. Like, if you're going to be the president of the United States or whatever, you need to have a better team. You need to have things set up. You know, people are like slowly leaving his cabinet. Mayor Keisha, she used to be the mayor of Atlanta. She's leaving. She's coming back to the city to help. She was like, I got to get out of here. I bet at least when people were a part of Trump's campaign, it probably was fun in the White House. I bet it's boring in there. It smelled like nursing home. Yeah. I bet it's boring. Nobody's like happy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's sitting around looking at the Andy Griffith show. I bet that's what it is. Tell me they not having no fun in there. Every time they see Joe coming down the hallway, they be like, "Hey, Joe." He be like, "Huh? Huh? 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 What's your name? What is your name? Huh? Huh?" Like, come on, man. So I bet it's boring. I bet when Obama was in office, they was having a good time too. You know they was. They looked like they was having fun. I've been like Obama be like, hey, Michelle, it's time to get Layla and Sasha. It's time to go. Let's get some Five Guys. You want some Five Guys? And Michelle's like, I don't want Five Guys tonight. Sasha, Malaya, Michelle said that she doesn't want Five Guys. What do you want? What do you want to eat? It's like, I want some Roscoe's chicken and waffles. Roscoe's chicken and waffles? Okay then. Let's get our black asses in the car. It's called Secret Service and go get us some chicken and waffles. Did everybody moisturize their ankles? Let's go. That's Obama, y'all.
He was. I missed him. I miss him. He's doing absolutely well for himself now.
He is. Done wrote a book. Michelle done wrote a book. He got his own podcast with Bruce Springsteen. I'm talking about this man is doing whatever he need. Y'all know. What is it? I think it's Sasha and Malaya. Malaya. Well, Sasha. When Malaya is the youngest, is Sasha the oldest? And Malaya is the youngest.
Malaya's the oldest, Sasha's the youngest.
So Malaya had her first directorial debut with Swarm. It was the one they did about that girl that was obsessed with that other girl. It's like a dig at the Beehive. That was Malaya's first like writing debut. Go ahead, girl. See, their kids are okay. They got good kids, because you know these president kids are just horrible. Y'all remember the Bush twins? They were bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
they was out here drinking every other week. And then y'all, Sarah Palin, her whole family had issues. No one likes her. No one likes her at all. And then you got Trump's kid that looks like, I don't even know how to describe his kid at this point. He just looks like he's just he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, I know that youngest son don't want to be bothered with him.
Yeah, there's only one son. What was it? What son is it that don't mess with Trump?
I forgot his name.
Because it's not I already know it's not the one that looks like he's a product of incest, but it's his other son. It's the older one. He don't like his daddy, and he made it clear he don't like his daddy. Good old Obama. I love that man. He would come to town. He would come to Atlanta. He'd be like, "Hey, everybody in Atlanta, it's me, Obama." He would start smiling, just be smiling. Man. He said, that man be like, I used to smoke cigarettes, but it's been years. I don't do that anymore. Michelle, sweetie, she said, don't do that. Turns your lips black, you know.
Oh my God.
Love that guy. His guy was good. He was a cool dude. He had a $1 million smile. He was out here trying to help the people. Hair turned white. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I know he was talking mad shit about Trump in the office. He was probably like, Michelle, look at that Cheeto on TV. He said, he looks like Cheeto, doesn't he, Michelle? I'm about to leave the office in a couple of weeks, and I just want to let you know, Michelle, that I've had the best president sex with you that I've ever had. Completion. I had completion with Michelle. And the completion led to Sasha and Malia, our conclusion babies. I'm sorry, Obama. My bad, Obama. If you want to do an interview with us, you can come over here and do an interview with us, Obama. We would love to have an interview.
Yeah, the podcast, sir.
Yes. Please, I would love to have an interview with Obama. I think that would be fun. He'd be like, I've heard you do an impression of me. You did one. And what is this thing about completion? What is completion? What is going on with the completion? Would you like to tell me what the completion is and the conclusion? I'm like, you sure do want to know what that is, buddy? Good old Obama, man. That dude was funny. That dude was great. Great dude.
Right.
Like I think one of the presidents that we had, well, Jimmy Carter, he's actually, he's in hospice right now. He ain't doing so good. He did a lot. People didn't like him because he was this little country dude for Georgia, but he did a pretty good job. He did a lot for a lot of people, like Habitat for Humanity, built a lot of houses for people. Jimmy Carter was a pretty good president, And it's just sad what was going on with him. That Jimmy Carter did a lot. He was a pretty good president. There was only like a handful of presidents. FDR was one of them. FDR got sick in office.
Yeah,
he got really sick.
And he had polio too.
Mm-hmm. Like he was wheelchair bound towards the end of his life. But he did a lot, and his wife helped him a lot too. That's where Warm Springs is from because of him.
Yeah, I've been there.
He's the one that founded that school down there in Georgia.
That I have graduated from.
Yeah, so he did a lot of good. That's all. I really can't say JFK because he was fucking around. On Jackie, He was fucking around with Jackie with Marilyn for a long time. Poor Marilyn, poor Jackie. That was terrible. I watched the movie JFK, y'all, and the way that so he didn't want to go. Okay, so basically, just let's think about it. This man didn't want to go that day. Jackie didn't want to go that day on the parade. Some told her not to go, but they went anyway. So
that's crazy. All the ones that didn't want to go and went didn't come back. Malcolm X didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Martin didn't want to go.
Right.
Okay.
None of them. They did not want, the day that they got killed, they didn't want to go. They didn't want to go at all. And even his wife didn't want to go. She was like, I want to stay at home. And because they felt like, I don't know, something happened, but they went up ahead and they went. And the way they was riding in the car, Jackie didn't know that he got killed until a few seconds later, because the way he got killed, the way the bullet hit him, half of his head came off already. So then that's when everybody's like, oh shit, the niggas got shot, he got shot. And they had to stop. And I was like, oh man. And they showed in slow motion how everything happened. So they still don't know to this day why that dude shot that man like that. And then the dude that shot the man, another dude came and shot him, killed him. Lee Harvey Oswald is the one that killed JFK, shot him. But they don't know the reason why he shot JFK. And then some other dude came back and killed Lee Harvey Oswald. While they was arresting him and putting him in jail, some dude came out and shot him. So we will never know.
It's crazy.
And this is whole thing about Lincoln's death and Abraham Lincoln. A whole thing about how their deaths are connected. It's crazy situation. And you know the thing about Abe Lincoln didn't want to go. Abe Lincoln told his wife goodbye. He already knew. He was like, goodbye. And his wife's like, excuse me, don't you mean see you later? He said, no, bitch, goodbye. I was like, well, damn. He knew.
Oh, wow.
He knew. He had a dream about it too. He just accepted it, basically. That's the thing about Abe Lincoln. He accepted it. But that wasn't the only president that got assassinated. This one of them got poisoned.
Yep. With cherries, of all things.
Who was that? Who was that?
I forgot his name.
Let me look. Let's see. I ain't gonna ask Bixby because Bixby been having an attitude with me lately.
Oh God, what's she been doing?
She just won't answer the questions I want to, and then she'll be like, she'll read what I ask her to do, and then it'll cut off, and I'm like, okay, whatever. You since you're not gonna do that, then I'm not gonna talk to you no more.
Dang, y'all really had a bad friendship.
It's okay. I'll be all right. Okay.
She'll be all right. She'll get right.
Let's see. So James Garfield, was it James Garfield? Let me see. It was James Garfield. James Garfield. He got killed. He got shot. James Garfield got shot twice, and then Abraham Lincoln got shot. John F. So it was William McKinley. Him. It's the dude that looks like the Quaker Oats dude. So he got killed. See how he got killed. Go on there and let me know. The assassination, okay. Yep, it was him. It was him.
Oh, the Quaker Oats dude was the one who got poisoned.
I think it was him.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was two people that got. There was a assassination